You don't have to blend if you don't want to. You might be looking crazy, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Now see, when you get older like me, I don't have these nice, pretty young girl lids, okay? You know, and you're like, man, well, how come my eyeshadow don't look like hers? Well, because your eyelids is wrinkled. That's why. Welcome back. So honestly, I don't know what I feel like doing today. I just feel like filming, talking, putting some makeup on. I know I want to use my Fenty foundation today, so I'm going to be using my Fenty foundation. And I think I want to try out one of my palettes that I have not tried out yet. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Saharan. What is this? The Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place. So I think this is what I'm going to be using today. So this video might be crazy long. If it is, I apologize. I'm gonna try and edit it like crazy because I know I'm gonna be talking forever and it's gonna take me forever to do my eyebrows, but I'm gonna edit that too. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with my e.l.f. Hydration Daily Hydration Moisturizer, because I need some hydration on my face. It's a little bit dry right now. So I hope all you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Nice little holiday. Everybody's doing their shopping and trying to get out and, you know, purchase all of their Christmas gifts and stuff. So I know that's like really, really on everybody's mind right now. I'm just trying to shop as little as possible because it ain't that serious. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows, and I'm gonna use my MAC eyebrow pencil, and this is in the color Spiked. And I am going to just cry when this runs out because I love this thing, and I think they like $18 or $20, but I'm gonna have to buy me a few more because I love it. I got this in one of my subscription boxes. I don't remember if it's probably BoxyCharm because they give you the best stuff, but I don't remember which one it came in. But I definitely like this pencil, and if somebody knows an exact dupe for it that's cheaper, then please let me know in the comments below because this is my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some eyebrows on my face. And I try to make my eyebrows look as natural as possible. As you can see, my eyebrows are extremely sparse, thin, non-existent here on the end. So I really just drag it out to where they're supposed to be and kind of fill in this portion a little bit. But I just try and keep it as simple as possible. You know, it takes long enough to do eyeshadow. You want to spend all day doing your eyebrows too. But I'm seriously thinking about getting that microblading done to my eyebrows so that I won't have to do this every day. What do you guys think? If you know anything about that microblading, let me know. I just think that it's a really cool idea since eyebrows are such a big deal when it comes to makeup and the overall look of makeup. And I hate doing my eyebrows. So, you know, if you have any thoughts on the microblading, just kind of leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Or maybe you had it done and it's the worst thing in the world. Let me know that too. All right, well, that's just gonna have to be as good as it gets today. As you can see, there's always one that's darker than the other, one that's higher than the other, one that's thicker than the other, but whatever. Okay, so I am now going to just use some of my LA Girl Pro Concealer and go in and try and, you know, clean that up as well as set my eyelid. And I'm just using one of my little brushes and taking it off of the back of my hand to kind of make it easier for me to clean this up. though makeup really is therapeutic for me, it's very relaxing. I actually like just taking my time while I'm doing it. If I have to put on makeup and rush, I actually do not like that. I'm not happy when I have to rush and put on my makeup. But you know what's funny is when I rush and put on my makeup, sometimes those are the best looks. So now I'm just going to take one of my beauty sponges and just kind of blend that out. Now what I do after I put my concealer on my eyelid is I use some of my e.l.f. translucent powder to set it so that it doesn't crease up on me. Okay, so now that I have both of my eyebrows done and my eyelids set, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my primer and foundation. Normally I do some color correcting, but I don't think I'm gonna do any color correcting today. I don't feel like it. And my Fenty foundation, it covers pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do my Fenty primer and my Fenty foundation. And I believe I am 440. Yeah, I'm in the color 440 in my Fenty foundation. So go ahead and get my primer on. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and shake up my foundation and make sure it's nice and mixed so I can put this on my face. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this with a brush or a beauty blender. I think I'm gonna use a brush today. Okay, found my brush. And I feel like I'm all over the place. Does anybody ever feel like they're all over the place when they're trying to put makeup on? And I try to be organized, but I still feel like I'm all over the place. So I'm just gonna start out with a couple of pumps on my hand. And this foundation is a little liquidy. It's not that thick, so. But you see that coverage? It's like I really don't even like to color correct when I use her foundation because it seems like it makes it more orange than I want to be. And with this foundation, you gotta work fast because it does dry very quickly. But this is by far my favorite foundation out of all of my foundations. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a few more pumps. And sometimes, even when I use a brush, I'll go over it again with my beauty blender if I don't feel like it's as smooth or blended that I would like for it to be. I used to do concealer on top of my eyebrows too, but I stopped doing it because, well, for one, I got lazy, but for two, I just kind of don't really like the way it looks when it's up there on top of my eyebrows. Now you see this foundation, it really, really dries down matte, very matte, and I love a matte foundation. I don't like to be dewy. I don't like to look wet. I like to look moist. I like to be matte. So I love this foundation. It's like after you put the foundation on, you really don't even feel like you need to put powder or anything on top of it. That's how matte it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that. I'm not going to do my concealer or anything yet because I want to go ahead and do my eyes first, and then I'll come back and do my concealer. So I'm gonna try out this Saharan 2 by Juvia's. The colors in there, what is it? They have like greenish aqua type colors in here, so I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do because I don't know if there's any real good transition shades in here, but it comes like this in this nice, pretty, gorgeous purple box. And this is the palette itself. You know, their standard cardboard palette has the name here on the back also, and this is the gorgeous picture that's on this palette. Very, very pretty. So I ordered this a while back. No, actually, I ordered this a few weeks ago when it came back in stock because I think it was out for a while, came back in stock. I went ahead and ordered it, and so I received it in the mail a couple of weeks ago. So let me go ahead and open this up so you can see it. As usual, there's no mirror in here. You know, they have all the pretty artistic stuff in their covers, but this is what the shades look like. And as you can see, there's the plastic covering, but this is what the colors in here look like. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. And so, you know, these are all shimmers. So there's really only these mattes in here. So as far as transition shades, I might have to grab another palette to get my transition on. But we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. Okay, so, but I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this shade down here, which is pretty dark, but I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly tap and see what happens. I think I'm gonna use tape today. I always use tape when I feel like going ham. That way I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to be neat and precise with my placement of shadow whenever I use tapes. That's what we gonna do today. And that way you can just go ham if you want to. Not too ham though. So yeah, this is pretty pigmented. So I'm just gently placing this on my eyelid, dragging it down through the corners. And I'm really just trying to get familiar with how pigmented this shadow is before I really go crazy with it. I always go darker on the outer corner, out of habit, but it's really a good idea to kind of go light first and then add more if you want it to be darker, because it's always harder to go from dark to light. You basically have to scrape your whole face and start over. And I used to always feel like I had to start out with my transition going all the way up on my upper part of my eyelid, but now sometimes if I want to start with a darker color, I'll go ahead and do it and then come back in with my transition and just kind of blend it out up into my eyebrow, because sometimes it's easier for me. You know, since I'm still learning, I'm still kind of figuring out what works best for me, what's easiest, and what turns out the best. So, okay, so now that I have that color kind of placed in the center of my eyelids, I think I am going to go ahead and see, y'all, I really have no idea what I want to do. This is ridiculous. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this darker color here. It's a really deep, looks like, I don't know, like a maroon type color. Really nice, pretty dark maroon type color. So I'm going to go in with that and kind of add that into my crease. I keep telling myself I don't need no more brushes, but why does it take me so long to find the right brush? It's ridiculous. So I'm just tapping in here, just gently tapping. And these shadows, they don't really have a lot of fallout, so at least I don't experience it. And I'm just taking that right into my crease area, just to kind of deepen it up just a bit. And this is a So Susan brush that I got from one of my monthly subscription bags. Now I'm just gonna go in and kind of blend this maroon color in with that first color, using the brush from the first color. Although these shadows are blending pretty nicely on their own. I feel like you can never blend too much. And remember, I'm gonna go in with a transition color on the upper portion, so it won't be looking crazy at the end. I think putting on makeup is so therapeutic for me because you have to spend so much time blending. At least if you want it to look right, you do. You don't have to blend if you don't want to. You might be looking crazy, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But we're gonna go ahead and blend this look out. Now see, when you get older like me, I don't have these nice pretty young girl lids, okay? When you get older like me, you start running into problems like wrinkles You know, and you're like, man, well, how come my eyeshadow don't look like hers? Well, because your eyelid is wrinkled. That's why. You got eyelids that's wrinkled and veiny. So yeah, your eyeshadow is not gonna look like hers. Cause she 20, honey, and you 40, honey. But you know what? We work with what we got, don't we? And I'm the worst when it comes to my eyebrows because I don't care. I'll have little hair growing out and stuff. I don't care. But I'm working on it, y'all. I'm gonna get it together. One of these days, I'm gonna be out here looking just like these beauty gurus. And you're gonna be like, hey, Colorful Camille, you did it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find me a transition shade for the upper portion of my eyelid, so I can tone that down a little bit. I'm gonna look at my Juvia's palettes first, so maybe I can stick with all Juvia, but if not, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my chocolate bar because I know there's one in there. So I only have 3 Juvia's Place palettes. These are the other 2 that I have. I have the Zulu, which is this one, very pretty, and no transition shades in there. Next, and I have the Nubian 2, which is this one. And this looks like this. So actually, it looks like I might be able to use this up here. So I'm gonna try and use that, and hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. That color is Madagascar. So I'm just gonna gently tap my brush. And these brushes, these are really, really cute. I like these brushes, they're double-sided. And I got these from AliExpress for like 49 cents each, okay? I wasn't sure how they were gonna look, so I ordered like 4 of them just to see, so it's like less than $2. And I love them because they're perfect. They're nice blending brushes. They work nicely, so you know, if you're looking for some inexpensive brushes to just kind of beef up your collection, check out AliExpress. Yeah, it takes 2 weeks to get to you, but if you're not in a rush, it's not a problem. So now I'm just using Madagascar to kind of tone down the upper portion of my eyelid and blend it into that upper eyeshadow. See, so it tones it down just a bit. So you see the difference, how bright this one is, and how this one actually looks more like my skin tone now. So later on, I'll go in and add my highlight there. Okay, so now it's a little bit more of a nicer transition up to my eyebrows, not so bright. So now that's it for that, because I'm going to just continue to focus on my new palette, the Saharan 2. But what I want to do is I want to do like a semi type cut crease. So this might get messy, real messy, but we're gonna try it anyway. So I'm gonna use some of my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm going to try and carve out just maybe like a half cut crease, because I want to use this pretty green in here. Well, it's more like a teal. I want to use both of them actually. I want to use both of these teal colors and see what happens. I don't know if I want to take it all the way across. Should I take it all the way across? Or just do half? I think I'm just gonna do half. Yeah, I'm gonna just do half and see what happens. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the light green first. I'm gonna put that here, and then I'm gonna put the darker turquoise on the outside. Lord help me with this look. I don't know if I need to wet my brush or not, but I'm gonna try it dry first and then see what happens. and I'm just gently tapping it on top of that concealer. Now I have very, very hooded eyes, so cut creases and looks like this are hard for me. So it's actually getting on there pretty nicely, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush just a little bit to see if it will pop even more. And what I do when I wet my brush, instead of going like this and spraying everywhere, I just take the top and spray a little bit into the top and dip my brush into it, and then just kind of tap the excess off onto a paper towel. Yeah, I really don't think that that made that much of a difference. It added a bit more pigment. It's a bit brighter, but I don't think it made that much of a difference. So now I'm gonna go ahead in with this darker teal color and kind of take that over on the rest of that area. And I'm gonna go ahead and wet this brush also. And I'm just kind of blending it just a little bit into the lighter turquoise, just to kind of make it gradient. So at this point, I don't really know what I want to do with this outer portion of my eye, so I think I'm just going to deepen it up a bit. So I'm going to go in with this color here, which is like a deep brown color, and just kind of add some of that into the corner. And I'm just blending it with the edge of that blue a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat detail type brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit of the burgundy right here to kind of deepen up that cut crease. Okay, we'll go ahead and finish up this side and then we'll move on. Okay, so okay, I didn't really dig into this palette, especially these blues and greens. And these colors do have names. Unfortunately, I cannot see them. This darker blue looks like it's called Berber, and this lighter, like teal type color, I can't even pronounce that. No, not even gonna try. Okay, so now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with all this fallout and move on to completing the rest of my face before I finish my eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to concealer, and then I'll come back to the rest of my eyes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm gonna go ahead and do just a little bit of concealing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these lips today. Do I go simple? Do I go bold? Since my eyes are bold, maybe I go simple. It's hard for me to go simple on the lips though, because I love a bright, bold lipstick, so sometimes it's hard for me to take it down a notch. I'm gonna go in with my Booty Blender and get the booty blended. Okay, and so today is one of those days where I don't really feel like looking white cast on my face. So I am going to just use my Maybelline Fit Me powder, my 360 powder, to powder my whole face because I don't feel like setting with a lighter powder today. Okay, so this Juvia's palette has that deep dark brown color in there, and I actually want to try it out and see if I can use it as a contour. I actually prefer cream contours, but just gonna kind of play around with this this darker brown in here. I don't know, it might not even be dark enough to contour me, but I'm showing up about to try it. Ooh-wee. Color actually looks like it has, I mean, it is brown, but it actually looks like it has a little bit of burgundy in it too, so this might be my contour slash blush today. Which I ain't mad at it. If I can blend this out, then I might be okay. I don't even know if I really need contour. This side looks like it's already contoured. Now I've heard many a time when you contour, you need to push the brush up. Don't push it down. Push it up. You don't want to pull your skin down. Trying to look younger, not older. Trying to look younger, not older. Blend, 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 ladies, blend. Gotta take your time. Gotta take your time with this makeup. Blend. That's why I don't like powder contour. To me, it's harder to blend the powder than it is the cream. But since I'm trying to stick with this one palette today, we're gonna go ahead and work this powder into our face. Okay, so that's good for now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move along to finish up the rest of my eyes. I want to add a little bit of that burgundy down on the lower portion. So I'm gonna take this same detail brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to just add a little bit of that color on my lower waterline. Just a little bit. I have to be careful because I can easily make myself look like I have two black eyes. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and go in with this deeper teal color and just add that here on the lower, inner lower waterline. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the lighter teal color right here in the inner corner. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara and my highlight. You know what, I think I'm going to use this palette for highlight too, since there's these shimmers in here. Let me see, let me do a quick couple of swatches and see what they look like. I think I'm gonna use the first one, this top one here, this color here, this darker one, and try and use that as a highlight. Blend, blend, blend. Like I said, ladies, you always have to blend, always. Don't just put something on your face. Go back in and blend it out. Okay, so now, even though this look is extremely dramatic, I am not about to risk messing up this eye by putting some eyelashes on, getting glue all over it, because I am not good at falsies. So we about to get our Better Than Sex mascara and see if we can pump these eyelashes up. Scratch that. I'm gonna use this L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which is supposed to be the dupe for that. I don't know where my Better Than Sex mascara is. I think I left it out of town with my husband, so we're going to use this one, and this is what this looks like. This applicator is just so huge, and my eyelashes are not that long, so it's like I'm always afraid I'm gonna get mascara all over my makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna put some eyeliner on my lower lashes before I do mascara. Not too much, just a little. I really want to focus on the color with this look. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add some of my e.l.f. mascara to my bottom lashes because this applicator is not as big and bulky as the other one. I'm telling you, these videos, when I walk through them and talk through them, they take forever. They take forever to edit too. But y'all gonna see me with this look in 2 videos because I need to go through my Allure box that I received, see what they sent me, and I'm gonna film that today too. Okay, so last but not least, let's go ahead and figure out these lips. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go simple. I'll just do a liner and Fenty Gloss Bomb. I think I'm gonna use this Kiss Perfect Precision Lip Liner. It's just like this brownish color. You know me, usually, shoot, I put on some turquoise lipstick, but I'm gonna keep it calm today, okay, y'all? I'm gonna keep it calm today. Okay, so we got our lip liner on. Now I'm gonna take my Fenty Gloss Bomb lip gloss and gloss them up. Glossy. This show is glossy, but it's pretty though. Okay, you guys, so what do you think? This is my look for today. I was a little bit courageous with this turquoise cut crease. Trying to figure out what to do with this Juvia Saharan 2 palette because the colors in here are gorgeous, and I wanted to go ahead and use the shockers, but I actually really like this palette. I really like it. These the mattes are very pigmented, as you can see. They went on nicely. These shimmer shadows, you know, the colors are popping. I don't have any problems or issues with them being true to the color in the palette. So like this look came out nice. So I don't know, I thought I was gonna be a little more chatty, but I guess I just wanted to sit down, say hi, you know, hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving and try out this palette. So hopefully you enjoyed watching me do my makeup today, and hopefully you like this look. Like I said, I don't know, you might like it, you might not, because it is a little bit different. So this is what we have. I went ahead and used it for contour. I used this palette for highlight, you know, pretty much my whole face except for my foundation and stuff. So I like it. I think if you like it, go ahead and pick it up. If it's still available, I don't know. I'm not sure how much I paid for this, but I did buy it from the Juvia's website directly, okay? And I like it a lot. So that's it for today, you guys. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you on my next one. Doodles!